Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the easiest way politicians have got to get our votes, it has been through handouts. That's how they get to our heart. That we easily get convinced, not even confused with their money. That if you have three people vying for a seat, whoever will give the big money will have the seat. That is how the electorate has been behaving in this country. So with this behavior, politicians have mastered this. And so what they need to do before they come for any campaign, it is not about the policies. They have no any agenda. It's just all about money. They don't have any strategy to solve your problem. They don't come in as a problem solver. They don't come in as the representative of the public. They don't come in to serve anyone. But they just get somewhere, they find money, and they bring it to you. So in that way, they will win the vote. But the question has been, what normally happens after electing such person to a position of power and leadership? Do they end up serving your interest, or what normally happens? Now, with all these questions, Kenyans are now becoming more clever. And it is time they are saying a big no to handouts. They are refusing politicians who put money like everything. Before they speak, it's all about money. Who put money first? It is now becoming a no-go zone, and the politics of money might just come to an end before the next general election. Here is one of the situations whereby a politician got to the people and he promised to give money, 100 shillings each. But the people refused the money. And this is what the guy said, kama hamuko ready kupokea hizo basi mseme. And the crowd said with one voice, hatuko ready kupokea hiyo mia. They refused. So if there is anyone who is focusing on using money to influence the electorate, then here is a good example you must watch.
Hatuyuko ready kupokea hizo mia. Hatuyuko ready kupokea mia. Leo. Wacha ikae. Ndani nayo.
Now, as we continue the panel discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching this channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, I think Kenyans have used the example of one person, William Samoei Ruto, the president. Ruto is a good example of a politician who invests more in handouts than the policies that they come to campaign. If you ask anyone, what does Ruto stand for? He just said bottom up. And the Mudavadi demonstrated to us the meaning of bottom up. He took a bottle of water, he drank the water, the bottom is up, but dry and empty. There's no policy that Ruto stands for. He don't have agenda, but he had one agenda: bribing the electorate through handouts. So all Kenyans are a victim of handouts politics. Ruto used to give 2 million when he go to a market center to Mama Mboga. Nowadays, when he come to any market center, tell me the last time Ruto gave even 100,000 to Mama Mboga. He will meet a group of bodaboda riders and he'll give handouts of, nimewapea milioni 3 bodaboda, weka kwa shirika lenyu la sako. When was the last time Ruto funded a sako? Since he became the president, there's no more handouts. So people have learned that these guys normally come with money for campaign, but after that you will not see them, you won't see their money. And that is what has informed these people, in my view, to reject the 100 shillings handouts. Unajua Wakenya wamekuwa kupokea hata handouts ya 50 bob. Wamekuwa kuchukua paka 50 bob. But now they're refusing 100. It is high time they have to learn a lesson from Uganda. In Uganda, the situation is different. And I think Morara Kebaso, I don't know how he's using the money, but he was serving as an example here. In Uganda, the politician will get support from the electorate, especially those who believe in the agenda that he's selling. When he comes to address them, before he leave, they will give money, they will give their goods to support, so that he will have enough fuel to run the campaign. Morara Kebaso has been funded by Kenyans. I don't know how he's operating, but it is a gesture, to what Kenyans have learned and what they want to have. Not a man who comes to bribe you. Then when they get to power, they focus on how to recover the money they brought to you in the name of handouts during campaign. Ruto is busy recovering his money. He spent too much money. But look at the cost of living. The only president who came in and he doubled the VAT and all those other taxes from 8% ile ya Uhuru Kenyatta to 16%. Double digits. But then what is he doing with that money? With 8%, Uhuru was able to pay the debt. He was able to do affordable housing. He was able to give subsidized secondary education. University and colleges were funded. Today, hii capitation imeleta shida kubwa. It's a big problem. But the man is taking 16%. So this is it's one of the examples that Kenyans have learned from, and they find no any good reason to embrace this culture of handouts. They're saying, no, we rudi na hiyo mia yako. Ruto has taught them a lesson. So, if you are a student of William Ruto and you want to join politics, so you come with money, it might not serve you. There is two ways. They can decide to refuse your money and chase you away, or they take your money and vote for another person. Because is it a must I have to vote for you? It's not. It is not. So, the issue of handouts is it will not work. And there's another thing Kenyans have learned. These politicians have mastered this art of money. What they do is to impoverize you. Sasa wakisha tuwacha tuko maskini, we will need their handouts. We will depend on their handouts. How do you do that? Kuja uwe Mnyas Sugar Company so that farmers will have nowhere to sell their sugar. They will uproot it. Kuja uwe biashara ya majani chai. Any economic activity that helps a community, make sure that you temper with it. Waleta zile sukari zingine za kuimport, hata zingine wanasema zinafaa zikuwe dumped. You are being paid to go and dump sugar ile imeharibika ya mercury. But you bring it and sell it here. Na uwe Mnyas na zingine. People become jobless. Farmers will have nowhere to sell their produce. And that is how poverty will knock. So, with that, you depend on their handouts. People are saying a big no. Politics of handouts is an old story. It's a game that will not work this time around. So, it is high time for politicians to rethink. What should I, what should I take to the people as my policies to sell to them? And what about if I have a chance to be in the National Assembly? How am I serving people's interest against my own interest? Sasa hii campaign tutaenda next, we will look for people who can be trusted and are not coming with handouts to bribe us. And there are good Kenyans who might end up even funding such people. Running for a member of parliament, you need some good money. Not less than 5 million. Kama ni mpango ya handouts. Now, you are looking for president to vie for this seat successfully, or you compete favorably with your opponent. You need not less than 4 billion Kenyan shillings. So imagine such kind of an investment. Then you expect such a person to go and sit in the State House from day one to start working for you. They will work on how to recover their money. And that's why our members of parliament are voiceless in the National Assembly. At least in one way or another, they will be found in corruption deals because they want to recover their money. And once you are compromised through corruption, anytime you stand to speak truth to power, that the time your file is going to be waived. Wanachukua file yako wanakuambia file iko hapa. Kileta kinyoriro, wewe uko kotini unapata mashtaka yako na kungoja kule. Such that the National Assembly has been gagged by executive. They are in deals, they are corrupt, they have to recover their money, and they have to look also for the money to use in the next campaign for a bribe. Unaona hiyo maneno? So these members of parliament will never have a voice. It is only for the few who are not corrupt that can speak. And I'm coming to learn that maybe Gachagua was not that much corrupt. Because if he was, then Gachagua would have zipped his mouth. But Gachagua is talking. He is humming at William Ruto. Kama angekuwa kuna kesa ungekuwa mnaanza kusikia shamba imekuwa recovered, ingine imekuwa recovered, vitu kama hizo na mambo mengine. So corruption has made these members of parliament even to vote in favor of what the executive want that is against the people that they represent. They no longer represent our interest. And that's why Kenyans are saying a big no. I don't know your views, but let us put in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.